Nothing tastes better than these 5 things. 5 things that taste terrific, are calorie and sugar free. Now, they say that nothing tastes as good as being thin feels. But let's take that idea deeper. True wellness isn't about just a number on a scale. All of us know that, right? It's about how we feel in our bodies and in our lives day to day. So today I'm going to share those 5 things that taste even better than any food. 5 things that truly nourish us from the inside out. Now, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and grab my guide over at lowertoxiclife.com. This is part of my Spring Reset series and my Living a Curated Life. Number 1, being fit and strong. Totally different than being thin. There's no better feeling than moving with ease, feeling light in your body, and knowing that you are strong. Every workout, every healthy choice is a gift to your future self. And I am really big on the future self. If we want to get from here to another point, we have to start living as that future self today. The energy, the confidence, and the strength that come with being fit, that's a flavor you won't soon forget. We accomplish this with mindful, functional movement daily, as well as the food choices that we make. So check out my playlist and videos that cover this topic. Gone are the days of no pain, no gain. All right, number 2, feeling amazing. When was the last time you truly felt amazing? Waking up refreshed, energized, clear-headed, free from bloating, from brain fog, or sluggishness, or any of the things that can overtake us often in the morning. That feeling is better than any indulgence, I guarantee you. I always think about it. I don't really have a sugar tooth or a sweet tooth as many people do, but even in those times when I indulge, which recently I was in Salt Lake City and I couldn't resist the super high-end, high-dollar tiramisu from a very well-known, established Italian bakery. But you know what? After that initial 10 minutes of it on my tongue, the way my body recovered or dealt with it over the next 24 hours was quite frankly miserable because there was so much sugar and it was just an ultra processed sweet. Even though it was from a high-end bakery, it really was literally just that. And so that reminded me that feeling amazing, especially in the morning when we wake up, is better than any indulgence. And I look at that as an indulgent. So it's the result of choosing foods, habits, and thoughts that fuel your well-being. And one of the ways that I could have dealt with that, and I most often do, is to look at that sweet treat or that glass of champagne or whatever it is that I really, truly know that isn't going to serve my body well. I look at that and ask, is the 10 minutes, 20 minutes, usually less than that, of pleasure on my tongue or whatever it is worth what I'm going to pay, the price I'm going to pay later? So that's a great way to set yourself up to really think things through, be mindful and intentional. And that's really what creates habit stacking. I'm huge on habit stacking, how we start our day, the thoughts that we have. And if you haven't watched my morning pages video on that daily thought download and brain dump, I will list that in the notes below. Make sure that you watch that, because the way we start our day, the thoughts, the daily movement, the intentional being, which includes how we care for our body from the skin in, right? What we put on our body is in many ways as important as what we put in our body. So meals and nutrition, alcohol and other substances, stress and hormone imbalance, that also contributes to that poor sleep that we can often experience. And when we have poor sleep, it literally disrupts everything. Number 3, having good health. Having the best health that we can. Our greatest wealth is our health, because without it, nothing else matters. Prioritizing nutrient-dense foods, sleep, and movement isn't about restriction. In fact, I like to say discipline creates freedom. Because when we make these good intentional choices, that really truly does give us freedom. Freedom to live fully, to chase dreams, and feel incredible every single day, no matter what stage or age you are in life. It doesn't have to be a death sentence or a painful sentence to be aging. We're all going to age. We see those people who age gracefully with fluid movement. They're doing huge workouts at 85 and yoga and starting businesses at 90 and beyond. Let that be you and me. Now, I often reference Steve Jobs, and it's not because I think he's such an amazing person. In fact, I can read about him, watch his documentary, a lot of different things, and see his many flaws and shortcomings. And I don't mean that in a judgmental sense. We all have flaws and shortcomings. But at the end of his life, all the money, all the fame, all the accomplishments, Apple could not buy his health. 56 years old when he died of pancreatic cancer. And he had lived with that, I think, for 6 years. I believe he was diagnosed in 2004, maybe it was 7 years. He passed away in 2011. And I often wonder if he had regrets toward the end. I'm sure all of us do. And a lot's been attributed to him, and I'm not entirely sure what he did say and didn't say, but he did say in his 2005 Stanford commencement address, remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. So I live my life by the 80-20 or 90-10 rule, and I'm going to recommend that you do the same. 80% good quality food, environment, again, the skin in, good quality relationships, career, and money. Pay attention to how you spend your time. Number 4, true connection and community. We often turn to food for comfort. We know about comfort eating and comfort drinking and all of that. But the deepest nourishment comes from true connection. Sitting around a table, I'm pointing like this because I'm at my dining room table, sitting around a table with people who uplift you, having those real quality, solid conversations, feeling seen and loved, that fills you up in ways that food, sugar, alcohol, ultra processed foods, that fills you up in ways that those items never, ever can and never will. I don't really love eating out anymore just because of all the compromised food quality that we have out there in our restaurants. So often I will join in and just have a cup of hot tea or a club soda or something like that. If it's appropriate, obviously, if it's a big dinner at a fancy restaurant, I will go if I choose to go because I want that good community and connection. And I will certainly order and be as mindful as I can, asking as many questions. But eating out isn't really the thing that fuels my soul. I'd rather go between meals and sit and have a cup of tea and just good quality conversation. And you know, it's interesting, if you've read The Blue Zones, the book, connection and community are one common thread that all of the Blue Zones have. There are 5 of them. They all eat differently. Some have a little bit of alcohol, some don't. It's a wide variety. Some live in, pristine, clear waters. Some live in the very dense, polluted area in Southern California. I mean, it's quite interesting, but connection and community are one common thread that all of them had. I believe in quality over quantity, and that's one thing that I've learned as I age. Used to be that if I was going to have a party, I invited everyone, and the bigger the crowd, the better. And what I've learned is that quantity is not nearly as important as quality. I'd rather have 2 to 3 to 5 really good close friends around than 25 where there's not really true connection. So that's what I've learned. And I also like to say I don't have a best friend. And that doesn't bother me. I don't really like labels. If I label one person as the best friend, that leaves my other great friends out. And I have friends that all have amazing contributions that they make to my life. So I may go to one friend when I'm looking for this type of community and connection, and another friend when it's something different. I don't like labels again, so having a best of anything is not important to me. And then number 5 is gratitude. Sounds cliche, right? But just give it a try. When we're grateful, we're truly satisfied, at least in the moment. Because gratitude shifts our focus from what we think we need or we think that we don't have to realizing how truly rich our lives are, how much we already have. And that type of fullness lasts. It truly lasts. It satiates us. I like to start my morning first thing in gratitude because I absolutely love my sheets. So when I wake up, I'll lay there, especially in the summery time when it's hotter. I live in Arizona, so I live in the desert. I will lay there and just appreciate the coolness of my sheets on my body. And then I'll move on to other things that are simple, right? Clean water, my hot morning tea, my family, my animals, lighting incense and just enjoying that, going out in the morning sun and just truly being alive to welcome in another day. So I encourage you to start your morning with a short list of gratitudes. Set a 1-minute timer, breathe deep for that 1 minute, and reflect and feel appreciation and gratitude for everything that you have in your life. So those are my 5 things that taste better than any food ever can, ever will. Being strong, being fit, feeling amazing, having my health, true connection and community, and gratitude. So the next time you're tempted to reach for something that doesn't serve you, that Krispy Kreme donut or that cupcake, that cookie, whatever it is, remember this. Nothing tastes better than feeling your best, living with purpose, and nourishing what truly matters. So what's something in your life that tastes better than food? Drop it in the comments. Grab my guide at lowertoxiclife.com, like, subscribe, and join me on this journey to living our healthiest, happiest lives. I'm Jackie Ulmer. I appreciate you.